Good morning, students. Our next lesson, nuclei. According to Rutherford alpha scattering experiment, the atom consisting positive charge in the center. So the positive charge located in the center is called as nucleus. So the center is called as nucleus. The size of the nucleus or radius of the nucleus 10 power minus 15 meters. Okay, and the radius of the atom 10 power minus 10 meters. In nucleus contains nucleons, protons and neutrons. Protons are having positive charge, neutrons are having neutral charge. So the electrons are revolving around the nucleus. Okay, so the nucleus is denoted by XZA. Here Z is called as atomic number. Atomic number nothing but the number of protons or number of electrons. A is called as atomic mass. Atomic mass means A is equal to Z plus N. So the number of protons plus number of neutrons is called as atomic mass number. Okay, Z is the atomic number is equal to the number of photons are consisting in the nucleus, and A is the mass number. Mass number is equal to Z plus N, photon number plus neutron number. Okay, so different types of nucleus are available: isotones, isobars, isomers, okay, so we different types of nucleus are available. Okay, now, so the size of the nucleus. So the nucleus is like a sphere. So the volume of the nucleus is directly proportional to atomic number, atomic mass number. V proportion A or V is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. We know that. So this is the volume of nucleus, 4 by 3 pi r cube. So r cube proportion to A, r is equal to r proportion A power 1 by 3, or r is equal to r naught A power 1 by 3. Here r naught is a constant. The value should be equal to 1.4 into 10 power minus 15 meters. And one more thing. So the radius of the atom is directly proportional to the surface area. Okay. So and also directly proportional to the mass number of 2 by 3. Okay. So next one is our next topic is mass defect, and then binding energy. What is called mass defect? The nucleus having some mass. The mass of the nucleus, total mass of proton and neutrons. The protons and neutrons are located in the nucleus. These are called nucleons. The mass of the nucleons is called as nucleus mass. Okay. So the electrons are revolving around the nucleus in circular orbits. What is called mass defect? So mass defect is denoted by the difference mass between the actual mass of the nucleus and individual nucleus mass, and also defined as the difference between the practical mass and theoretical mass. This is called as mass defect. So the difference between actual mass of the nucleus and the individual mass of nucleons is called as mass defect. The mass defect is denoted by delta M. Delta M is equal to ZMP plus A minus Z into Mn minus M. So here ZMP means Z means proton number, MP means proton mass, plus A minus Z. A minus Z should be equal to number of neutrons. So Mn is a neutron mass. So this is a proton mass plus neutron mass. This is called the individual mass of nucleons minus actual mass of the nucleus. So this is the actual mass of the nucleus. The difference between these two is called as mass defect. So mass defect is denoted by delta M. The equation may be delta M is equal to ZMP plus A minus Z into Mn minus capital M. Okay. So next one is binding energy. So the nucleons are protons and neutrons are form a bond in the nucleus. It requires some energy, some amount of energy. The energy is known as bonding energy. Binding energy also called as bonding energy, and also defined as the energy required to split the nucleons is called as binding energy. So the energy is required to split the nucleons. To break the bond of proton and neutron, it requires some energy. So the energy is called as binding energy. So binding energy B is equal to delta M into C square. According to we know that E is equal to MC square, Einstein formula. So B is equal to delta M means here mass defect into C square. So C square means this is the velocity of light. When we are converting into delta M into C square, the bonding energy is equal to ZMP, M minus Z into Mn minus M into 931.5 mega electron volts. So if you take 1 mu mass, so the bonding energy delta M into 931.1 AMU, that is called atomic mass unit. 1 AMU mass released how much of energy? 931.5 mega electron volts. So the bonding energy is called B is equal to delta M into 931.5. So average bonding energy is equal to total bonding energy divided by mass number. This is called the bonding energy per nucleon. Bonding energy per nucleon. Okay. So when it requires some energy, the proton and neutron form a bond in the nucleus. So the energy is taken from their masses. So that's why the mass defect is occurring in the nucleus. So the actual mass is less than nucleus mass. So some amount of mass is converted into energy. The energy is utilized to form a bond, proton and neutron. So that's why mass defect is occurring in the nucleus. Okay. So here next one is here we are using. So now the mass is taken on, mass number is taken on x-axis, and bonding energy per nucleon taken on y-axis. We draw a graph. The graph is called as bonding energy per nucleon. So based on this graph, we can explain the stability of nucleus. Just you observe the graph. In this graph, initially the bonding energy increases with increasing mass number. So then after, decreases. The mass number increases. What happened? Bonding energy decreases. So the graph is divided into three parts here. First one, in the middle of the graph. So here, middle of the graph, the atomic number 28 is less than 28 and greater than 138. These in between 28 to 138 atomic mass number, the elements are very stable. Why? Because the bonding energy is more. The bonding energy nearly equal to 8.7 mega electron volts. These atoms are very stable because of it having more bonding energy per nucleon, 8.7 mega electron volts. In the cases of the mass number is more, what happened? So when the mass number is increases, in the case, for example, if we take uranium, so in the case of a heavy nucleus, due to the internal forces of nucleus, the nucleus is divided into two parts. So due to this reason, so when the heavy nucleus divided into two nucleus, it loses some amount of energy. That's why the bonding energy. So the bonding energy decreases when the increasing the atomic mass. The process is known as nuclear fission. Due to the nuclear fission, the heavy atoms, the bonding energy reduces. So uranium bonding energy is 7.6 mega electron volts, and so smaller atomic mass. So for example, if we take hydrogen, two hydrogens are formed, H11, H11, 2 plus H12, both are formed together. So here helium nucleus is formed, helium H24, it is a noble gas element. Okay, so try to stable the nucleus. Two hydrogen atoms combined with each other, one stable nucleus is formed, that is helium-24. So most of the small atomic mass number nucleuses try to stable to increase the bonding energy, So in the case of odd proton numbers like lithium 36 and barium 714, so odd photon number nucleus are very strong, the bonding energy increases. And even photon numbers like helium 24, carbon 612 and oxygen 816, these atoms also stable nucleus due to the bonding, increasing the bonding energy. So what happened in the mass number is less nucleons try to get stable nucleus, that's why the bonding energy slowly increases. The process is known as nuclear fusion. So due to the nuclear fusion, the small atomic number elements increasing the bonding energy, and heavy nucleus are splitted into small nucleus due to the nuclear fission. So the bonding energy decreases. Here the bonding energy is 7.6 mega electron volts. So finally what we concluded, the mass number increases. Initially the nucleus bonding energy increases up to 28. Then after, in between 28 to 138, it is stable. These nucleons are very stable. So after uranium 90 to 235, so after 200, the atomic number after 200, so what happened, the mass number increases slowly, the bonding energy decreases due to the nuclear fission. Okay na? Thank you.